Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. In front of us, with this Sangean MMR-88. This is an AM, FM stereo, weather alert, portable, emergency radio. During this video, from an evening medium wave band scan, first we'll go over features, second we'll do size comparison, and third we'll start cruising the evening band. So the MMR-88. You can still find it on Amazon USA, which is pretty shocking. I was cruising through there and I saw it there for $55 renewed from the factory, or $80 new. Is it worth $80 nowadays? Well, it's up to you on that. There are other radios like the CC Radio Solar BT, which is right around $100, and you might want to check out one of those as well. But anybody that owns an MMR-88 can tell you it is amazing. There's only one little weakness to it, and I'll show you it in a second, but otherwise everybody loves this radio. So let's check out features of the MMR-88. It's been a couple of years since I had this radio on my channel. I thought it'd be cool to bring it back forward for those who haven't seen this. So going to the left-hand side, we got a 3 LED flashlight. On top, there's a switch to turn it on. So it starts on high, hit it again, goes to low, goes to a flasher, and an SOS mode. Pretty simple switch there on top. As you can see, we got 2 LEDs. One's weather alert. The second one is charge status. When it's solar charging, it's green. When you get it plugged in on the micro USB, it turns red. Going to the front, you can see we got our display, which shows the time, and currently it's 11:43 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA. The month is January. The year is 2026, for the sake of the band scan. So we got a bunch of buttons here. Let's go over them. Yeah, it should go pretty quick. We have a power button. Press and hold to turn the radio on, and while you're turning it on, you can actually keep holding it till the sleep function goes off. So it always has a 90-minute sleep function. Add it in unless you press and hold the power continuously while turning it on. Then it turns that off. Tuning, we have incremental, up and down, seek tuning, up and down, and then continuous tuning if you hold the button down, which is nice. Volume control there, pretty basic. We have presets. That's nice. So we have 19 presets, any order you want, AM or FM. And with the preset button, you can also access a menu when the radio is off. Press and hold. It shows my firmware. I keep holding it. It goes to FM mode, 100 kilohertz tuning or 50 kilohertz tuning. If I press this again, it goes to AM 10 kilohertz tuning or 9 kilohertz tuning. Switch to 9 or 10, and then go back to normal by pressing it again. That's simple. Band select, so your AM, FM weather, and of course time set when the radio is off. A dedicated weather alert button, so if you hit that while the radio is on or off, it takes you to weather alert, and let me think, press and hold. And it won't have any other function, so you can't go to AM or FM radio if you're wanting that. So press again to turn it off. There you go. A siren, if you press and hold, it'll flash the light and hit a siren. I'm not going to do that, but in case you're stuck under some rubble after a earthquake or something, you got that feature. That's good. Get located. Our speaker here is about a 1.5-inch speaker, but it sounds really good because of the thickness of this radio. It's a pretty thick radio. It's like a little yellow brick. And it sounds good. I'm pretty impressed with the audio of this little speaker. Going to the right-hand side, we have a lanyard hook point. We have a little dust cover here. Open this up. And we have a headphone jack for FM stereo listening on headphones. Sounds good. This radio sounds really good on headphones. We have a USB output. I wouldn't really recommend using it because the weakness of this radio. I'll talk about that in a second. But if you need to get text out, yeah, plug it in for a minute or two. Get enough charge on your phone to get text. That's probably the most important thing. And down below, there's a micro USB charge input. Yep, no USB-C with this radio. All right, so put that back shut there. Okay, top of the radio, we have a large solar panel and our antenna here, about 25-inch, and it extends around 360 and swivels. That's really handy, and it recesses when stowed away. Going to the back of the radio, we got some information. We got Sangean there, cool. Little serial code, frequency range, there you are, AM, FM, weather. A dynamo, it's a little short handle, and it gets the job done. There you go, I'm Iron Man, spinning it like no one can. You know my drill, right? Battery compartment. So this is where the weakness is on this radio. It runs on a tiny little battery. It's an 18350. Yeah, it's tiny, and its capacity is 850 milliamps. Unfortunately, with the radios nowadays, with 10,000 milliamp power batteries in them, this is pretty weak. But you can take it out, which is nice, and put a new battery in. So if you get a bunch of these, like a handful, 3 or 4 of them, charged up, ready to go, you're ready for most emergencies. And of course, you always have your dynamo to keep it running. It works well with a good combo. But yeah, that's its main weakness, is a little capacity battery. So there we are. If you hear some noise, my heat just kicked on. It is 0 degrees outside. I decided to leave the heat running. You have to. So size comparison. We have CC Pocket in the house. This is a weather radio. AM FM weather alert. Pretty awesome little radio. There you go. So for the price of the CC Pocket, you can buy one of these in the renewed category, even new. These are getting up there in price, these CC Pockets. I think like, what, $65 last I looked? Yeah. And if you don't want that and you want another weather alert radio, you got the CC Skywave 2. Pretty nice little radio. You got AM FM weather alert airband shortwave. This costs as much as this radio, but no dynamo. But those run on 2 AA batteries, which is pretty nice. Some people like standard operation. Give you an idea for thickness there. Yeah, this thing's a brute. Nice. And of course, you know those 2 radios. We always have a deck of cards. Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He can spin like no one can. He loves his radios from Sangean land. He's Iron Man. Dun, 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 dun. Sangean land. Awesome. Okay, cool. Set that aside. Let's turn it on and cruise the band. Let's hear what's going to happen tonight near Chicago, USA. Yep, standard time. Get started here before George Norrie comes on. Coast to coast. Always destroys the AM band. So you read it with the battery. We have an amber backlit, nice. Battery status, bam, we're on. Frequency, and our sleep timers engaged, and of course, mentioned frequency. So let's go ahead and listen. Volume up. A little bit of Cuba. Huh. So cool. Let me tune it in. I got the Terk Advantage Passive Loop. It's ever so slight. I don't think that came well through the recording, but we'll keep going.
Is sedition punishable? No. Sedition is not punishable by death under U.S. law. The federal crime is sedition.
Here's 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin, 70 miles to the north, 400 watts at night.
Maximum penalty of 20 years in prison. President Donald Trump claimed on November 20th that seditious behavior.
So when we look at these instances of ICE agents or Border Patrol officers walking up to people on the street.
Here's 540 KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles southwest, 5,000 watts at night. Now, cardinal directions are north, east, south, west. Of course, I have to turn the edge of this radio towards the station I'm trying to receive. It'll work like this, of course, on the table, but I'm filming it top down. It still works like this on the table, too, which is good. The only way it's different is if they mount the ferrite antenna at a vertical axis. Like this. If it's, it's okay if it's like this. You just got to turn the radio a little differently. But when you turn it like this, then you lose any kind of reception because the rod's not in a horizontal plane. It's in a vertical plane. But that's a rare thing. Normally, they're not orientated that right. So let's keep going.
That is cutting your cell phone bill in half. Make the switch to my cell phone provider, a veteran-owned company, Pure Talk.
All right, let's get Pure Talk. I don't know. 560 WIND Chicago, the answer. Local.
High-speed data on Pure Talk, super fast.
Super fast. Ethnic style music there. South, east, northwest. That's kind of cool. Okay.
how can we help?
Hello, thanks for taking my call. So, the reason I'm calling is...
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles to the north, 10,000 watts. Of course, we all know with AM radios that you can be facing either direction. So it's bidirectional, which means you could pick up two stations technically, like some to the south, some to the north.
I've always maxed out my TSP, maxed out Roth, IRA.
That's more likely to happen at night. I'm picking up CFCO.
Her platform to honor the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Black Enterprise reports. James has
WMFN 640, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles southeast, 1,600 watts at night.
Where he was assassinated. It features the motel signature.
Okay, we got 650, as you can tell by that banjo music. WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles south. That's pretty cool.
Leadership like Joe Burrow is a badass, man. Cold-blooded killer. But he may be the byproduct of bad parenting, so to speak. The Bengals, year in and year out, do something.
670, the score, WCR, Chicago.
That is organizational malpractice.
If we're talking horror, though, I mean, he clears everybody.
I'm about to say.
Like, just
Him and Lamar are
from
fighting
person
naked.
and the swag, he clears everybody.
Here in Lamar.
Sounds good. Okay, so this direction here, I'm picking up CFTR, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles northeast. I think I was picking up just a hint of CJOB, but it's mixing with, there's a little music here, but it's mixing with 670 popping in. Okay, let's keep going.
The barrel, and since that point, they have come down considerably, so they're getting closer to that 25%. But it's interesting.
700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
23% less than what it was.
I'm impressed, but if you don't, just pick your own category. All right, so Cindy did call back, and so again, this is
720 WGN, Chicago, Raleigh James Show.
Asian Americans about getting dressed every day. Virtually, we all get up, we get dressed, and 22 out of 25 people almost always do this. Do what?
Fold your pajamas very nicely and put them on the bedroom chair or under the pillow, or if they turn inside out while you're taking them off.
You haven't been to many people's house, Cindy. Trust me, that's not right. What you got?
I got out much. We never got out.
Yeah, right.
Much.
No, most people don't fold anything. I mean, it looks more like the war came into most people.
I would say, yeah, use the restroom. All right, that's yeah, fun. Okay.
CFZM AM Toronto and CJOS FM Holy Sound. This is Sooner Radio. The all-night jukebox on Sooner Radio, the original greatest hits.
All-night jukebox, sweet. If you're living out in Toronto, you're enjoying this, right? Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. All right, cool. Northeast. CFCM. All right.
For him, coming up after the break. I'm Ryan Ranker. It's Coast to Coast AM. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, the rebroadcasting yesterday's show, WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles southeast. Yeah, coast to coast rebroadcast, and they're going to start again here in a few minutes. Great. It's a rough night tonight. This is WABC in New York, New York. If I can't enhance it with the loop. Terk Advantage. A little bit. So that's 750 miles northeast. Let's keep going. It's dust off here.
Front and back-end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running
780 WBBM News Radio, Chicago.
a robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in...
This might go rather quick tonight.
1-800-280-15.
CKLW. Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles. I think so. We'll talk about daily devotional. I don't know. All right.
Between all the holiday parties, and you're concerned about their behavior.
Weekend tailgate.
And family get-togethers, you could hit pause on this situation.
We're indulging a little more than usual over the holidays. Now, we are starting the new year off on a healthy...
2 stations. Kind of interesting. We have Southwest Station, WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles away. And then to the, actually, the southeast is 820 Joliet, Illinois, WCPT. Pretty interesting. They power down to about 1,500 watts, but it still comes in.
My energy is through the roof.
And my doctor is already impressed with how
Trump was in attendance Monday at the College Football Playoff National
more
Championship.
energy and detoxing your body.
WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota. 310 miles.
GroundZeroPlus.com. That's GroundZeroPlus.com.
You've spent 30 years building a nest egg. But as retirement gets closer, the questions start piling up.
So 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky. This is Ground Zero, like he said. Coast to Coast comes on a little bit after this.
Well, that's where mailbox money comes in.
Yeah, because I tuned this in last night. It was coming in perfect. The 850 KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles to the west. But if you wait an hour, the conditions could improve or get worse. Just depends. We'll see what the loop does. I don't think it'll enhance much.
Celebration. Now
there we go.
February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed. Just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value.
So yeah, 890 miles to the west.
Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto-pay with stored bank account.
The undefeated Indiana Hoosiers have the Miami Hurricanes 27-21 in the college football championship game.
A century of futility is forgotten.
He's really helping with weak signals tonight. Good. WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles south.
It's victory so sweet for everybody, for the entire Hoosier Nation, but also...
Bring loop into this one. Tough night. Okay, so this is 880 WHSQ, New York, New York. Just at midnight.
Orchestrated the mass killing and chaos in Iran. Iran's president, Masoud Pezeshkian,
So here's 890 WLS, Chicago, local.
considered an all-out war. President Trump responded to those remarks.
That's some interference from something. Definitely not RFI in my house because I got everything turned off, except for the heater. These lights are incandescent bulbs. Alright.
Miami miracle. Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't, Robert, I wouldn't call it a Miami miracle. That sounds to me like a flat-out miracle.
Relevant radio. Catholic radio station, local.
To relevant radio today. Programming sponsored WFAW Fort Atkinson, 96.1 Watertown, and 101.1 Janesville. Set your presets, then rip the knob off.
So yeah, I gotta cover that up. I can't run the music. 940 WFAW Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. I think you caught that. Yeah, they got good music at night. I love it. Comes in nice.
Catholic Talk Radio, relevant radio.
You know, this radio station is just amazing. It seems like every time.
Local.
They do snap it. He takes off running on a design quarterback draw. He has the first down. He spins into the end zone. What a play by Mendoza. On first down and 10, shotgun snap. He's under pressure. He throws, and it is intercepted at the near 15-yard line. Damari Sharp with the interception. Mendoza took the snap. He was on the goal line, so had to run for it. He did, and the celebration begins. Kurt Signetti has led the Indiana Hoosiers to the national championship.
So there we go. There's 1,000 to be MVP Chicago.
This is Game Night with Q Myers. Grandparents always sleep over a time Jersey can't get rid of.
KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles. Wow, this is a really rough night. This usually comes in no problem.
I run Wesley with my two sons. A real family business, treating every client.
WBZ, I just heard it.
Zero later today, so I think it was possible to create cold I-25, acting with a real single digits or low teens. First get cold Tuesday, slow down to 13. Something like on 10, not so cold in the
So WBZ is 880 miles, Boston, Massachusetts, northeast.
Just colder again on Friday with clouds and sun and highs in the low to mid-30s. I'm acting with a meteorologist, Matt Ridgely, WBZ, Boston News Radio.
This week saying diplomatic channels are the way to go. He'll address British lawmakers today to mark the USA's...
WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin, 30 miles north, 250 watts.
Adding the two nations have stood together as pillars... Get an exclusive 60% off when you go to webroot.com/offer. Lock in the smarter, lighter, faster protection your device.
So we got WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles to the east.
Hey, Northeast Ohio. Despite this being a challenge...
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/.
KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles southwest.
Is we're coming out swinging. UFC 320.
We very clearly told him not to look up there.
I'm honestly impressed that he was able to do it.
Right? What did he balance on that?
WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles east.
I really thought we had hit him well.
If they can find their presence.
Slip of paper, the value of which is determined by the acceptance of the person to be pardoned.
Local WYLL, Hope for Your Life, Chicago. Christian radio.
Must be hanged. So in other words...
Okay, Coast to Coast has started. Yay. I'm almost through the band anyway. WHAM 1180, Rochester, New York, 545 miles.
America. We are Red Eye Radio. He is Eric Harley, and I'm Gary McNamara.
WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
Thank you for being here. Yeah, thank you. Hope you had a great weekend, long weekend.
Maybe not. Red Eye Radio, You know, but I hear like Coast to Coast in the background. This could be something else, believe it or not. WPHT is usually pretty strong. I don't know. I figured out how to put a pop-up. If not, it's probably WPHT. Different programming than somebody else on 1210 has Coast to Coast.
Opinions for later this morning.
Yes, so
America, the gateway to the West.
we're going to be making up for that big 4-day weekend we just...
Me gusta o no me gusta. A mí me encanta el boxeo, a mí me encanta el boxeo, pero es una locura y no debería de ser permitido, porque no es
I think it's a local Chicago station.
que le podrían pegar, le van a pegar. A ese sí le pegan en la cabeza, es de lo que...
Okay, and SNL. Oh, look, Joey's working out.
Put the game in the hands of my...
Go a little quicker.
Snow fueled by the Great Lakes blanketed the injury. There were some injuries.
Talked a lot about Indiana, and we should, because it was.
Phones and headsets, and good for this one affects various brands of...
George Norrie. Every other station.
Make the best of the situation.
At 1360, I think it was a local music station, WLBK, DeKalb.
They used to connect computers, phones, TV, each other, and
The executive branch, what an emergency is. I don't think they're going...
developed in the 1990s. The latest version of Bluetooth is version 6.
Almost through.
Did a live with the couple of carries that he had. Tony, 122 yards. That's a freshman. That's a freshman.
WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio. 300 miles.
So he can get to college football early, right? I mean, he literally...
She remembered she was being recorded when she was talking.
But when you look at it, the president has designated it as an emergency.
Here's KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles to the west.
With Greenland, right?
Normally CHHA Toronto. Like I said, this is a rough night because usually this comes in clear. It's not just the radio. So we can like bring in like a C crane here. Oops, it's on FM. Yeah, of course. We'll go to 1610 on here. Yeah, it's having a rough time. Okay. All my semi-locals are coming in good. This is KCJJ, the mighty, Iowa City, Iowa, 175 miles, 1,000 watts to the west.
Once it's in there, it's yours. It'll be hard not to want to touch it if you see him in person. Is that true? Yeah. Like that, what's that commercial that ran a few years ago, the Florida State Super Fan?
KCNZ, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles west.
Here's Bobby Bott. I'm talking to him once. I'm going to touch him.
think that is Richardson, Texas. I could be wrong, but KKLF. It doesn't sound Hispanic though, but. Not sure, but anyway, I think that's what it is. Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and turn this off. Long press off. Ooh, my passive loop. Okay, that was an interesting evening. You know, you never know what you're going to get. Medium wave, but I'm gonna leave this video because yeah, you know, you get a lot going on there still. I mean, you can hear how good it sounds. It does pick up stations that are far if you give it some time, and if you have a passive loop on bad nights, it really helps bring in the stations that are rather weak, that normally are very strong. So yeah, just one of those nights where the waves aren't carrying as well. But there you are, the MMR-88. Still a decent radio. I mean, $50 decent still, yeah. Because when these were new, these were like $50. I remember spending, I think, $50 for mine, brand new. So yeah, if you can find one for $50, I'll have eBay links as well. You might find one new in the box, you know, nobody ever used, and maybe needs a new battery. Yeah, and you're looking at $50. I'd go ahead and buy it. But anything more, yeah, I don't know. I'd probably get the CC Radio Solar. It's just me. But yeah, it's this is a good radio though, nonetheless. I really enjoy it. So there you are. Hope you give the radio a big thumbs up for me. Thank you. You guys are awesome. If you want to see more content with Sangean Radios, hit subscribe to the bell icon, get notified of future ones. And 3, comment down below what you think about the MMR-88 in 2026. Is it even worth our time or your time? Let us know. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.